Fun hole, isn't it?
Oh, it really is a pretty hole, but so dicey.
Deciding not to use the driver. It looked like a controlled 3-metal swing right up the middle.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that. He was taking dead aim there.
He was expecting far better than that.
Not an easy 2-putt.
It wasn't to be.
I'll tell you what, this putt is not dead.
Hoping this will pop in for a par 4.
Yep, that was nice.
Par 5 now. He's got the length to get there.
Swings so hard sometimes, just as hard as he can swing.
Let's see what he's got for us here on the second shot.
They like it.
But it's going to hold up just on the collar.
From just off the edge.
With 237 yards going at the green.
That was a really poor shot.
Certainly a lot more work than he was expecting.
Long birdie try.
There you go, up the hill, right in the heart.
That's a tough shot he's got left.
Boy, that is not a very easy pitch from there.
Stiff arm shot. And it's doing better than I thought it would.
This one was just pure right down the left center of the fairway.
Yeah, that's the shot, really. Good tee shot.
Well, this is a pretty good line, right on line with the flying stick. And can't tell from here.
He's way on the back edge.
This should come close if it doesn't go in.
Boy, Peter, what was that?
It wasn't even close.
Ugh.
Well, this would be an unlikely par.
Quickly got out of that one. Knew he had a bad putt.
Still one of those little tricky ones left, though.
Toughest hole on the golf course today.
I'm saying he hits the fairway. I'm going to say he hits his fairway. Oh, no, he didn't hit the fairway.
Boy, this is dead here. If he gets this on the green, it's a great shot.
The wind really got that ball, just ballooned it up, and it's well short.
When he can chip it, he will chip it every time.
We'll be trying to hold this.
And he's always within a club length from those easy little pitches.
I think he'd be happy to make 4 here.
You're quite right, he does hold a lot of putts. Sometimes it looks a little bit quick and jabby, but they go in.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
A simple hole, a simple looking hole like this, and he could well drop a couple of shots.
As you can see, they're well back.
Sounded like a good solid strike. Oh, no. Straight back into the teeth of the wind there. Hard to get it up.
A little right to left, a little up the hill. Keep some pace on it.
Now, you can't blame yourself because he lined it up there. Perfect stroke.
This is a really tough par 3, certainly today.
And he's on the green in regulation.
Second on this par 3.
This putt is very, very quick.
Oh, hang on.
Missed opportunity.
Par 4.
It's of course a lot of aggravation so far, and with the wind freshening, they'll continue to draw blood.
Well, this hole just got a whole lot harder. This is way right.
You settle down.
Oh, that's trouble.
All right.
I didn't think, Peter, he could get on this green.
But if he gets his on or very close, it'll be a very good recovery because it's quite a wayward tee shot.
Not a particularly difficult shot, and it'll be safely in the fairway.
That is really a smart shot right there.
Just 56 yards to the hole.
You can't play a low shot.
But you can play a perfect one, Peter.
Less than a third of the field has been able to hit this fairway today.
Well, it's a horrid hole. Fine try, fine drive. Very good strike.
Basically, a right to left player will very seldom cut the ball.
Now then, big shot. Come on, straight and true. Well, he knows from the reaction of the crowd that he's not close.
30, how far is this one?
I gotta think this is close to 40 feet, maybe 45.
See, that was a good putt, just a little bit speedy, but very good for line.
I got to think it's a 3-shot hole from right now.
That's what we call nice.
Right in the middle.
Nice time to hit a fairway.
Not much of a chance really of reaching the green in 2.
He's going to have to step on it. Really tried to go at that one hard.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
This hole location, probably the easiest on this green.
Good looking swing.
Comes up short.
Not bad. Not as good as he would have liked. He would have liked that inside 10 feet.
I think he'd be happy to make 4 here.
Oh dear, dear. Forget that, move on. Poor tee shot by his high standards.
Over's not the best spot. Someplace in the middle of the green to be perfect.
It's a good strike. Oh no, not as good as I thought. In more trouble.
Awkward chip from there.
That's bad, dude.
Lengthy putt across the green. Just eases the putter up behind the ball. Very still.
Wait a minute. That's not in yet.
Coming off a bogey.
That was a 4-iron, sent it straight up in the air.
Nicely played.
Long birdie attempt to see if he can get the speed right here.
Another one of those putts that just looked perfect.
Good look at this par 4. It really is a good test. Get it in the fairway here and then try and get it somewhere near this hole.
He's going with something like a 3-wood.
He's going to have a good angle.
Lots of applause, but he didn't seem very enchanted with it.
chosen 5-iron. Yeah, and that's the safety first right there.
Tough downhill putt.
This can be pretty quick. You see he didn't put much of a hit on that at all. Creeps right down by the hole. That's pretty well judged. Not the kind of putt you're going to stand over thinking about trying to make.
One of the toughest par fours out here.
Just gives it a glance. He's very happy with that one. Up the right-hand side. Super tee shot.
Perfectly positioned. Lovely shot. Perfect position for this hole location today.
Just a pitching wedge.
So he's a good wedge player. Just why I love it when the players make me right. Yeah.
Should get a birdie here. He misses a little tiddler.
It's a heavily disguised par 5.
Stepping up to the toughest hole. Stroke average 4.36.
Boy, that makes this hole a lot easier, doesn't it?
Going with a bomber 5-iron.
I'm assuming he had the right club, and he just didn't. Caught that just a little thin.
And the long attempt for birdie.
A very good player, but again, good weeks, bad weeks, but he's a beautifully poised, balanced, controlled player.
To 16.
Well, that's in a fabulous line, but it looks hot.
All right, not bad. He'll have that left for his birdie.
Birdie putt here on the par 3.
You got to stay positive when they're just missing like that.
On the par 5.
Now this guy's got the length to reach into.
Gary McCord.
Okay, on the tee, metal wood. Strikes a nice pose right there. He can look at it from there. I don't know who he's going to go for, but he can look at it.
Peter, I've always thought that a layup on a par 5, even for the best players, is sometimes an underrated shot.
That's one of the things that I was taught to do, was to focus on a
Going
target.
with the 3 wood.
You can get a little careless.
Course is in such great condition. Ball's rolling nicely.
There you go, nice shot.
This has to be a big high lob.
Oh, what a strike that is. What a shot that was. Absolutely, Curtis.
And at the 18th.
Peter, that's a good-looking swing. He is swinging that nicely right now.
That is absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Spectacular tee shot. Get a good view from here.
It was a pretty confident swing, well struck.
Okay. Be a nice little easy chip shot.
From a reasonably flat lie, and should be able to chase this one in with no trouble.
Oh, what a pretty shot this is.
Nearly holed out right there. So what a great shot.